Om. 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 शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ॐ श्रीगुरवे श्रीसत्यसाईनाथ श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः ॐ श्रीपरमगुरवे श्रीशिरडिसाईनाथ श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः ॐ श्री परमेष्टिगुरवे श्री दत्तात्रेयस्वामि श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः सद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् गुड मॉर्निंग गुड आफ्टरनून गुड इवनिंग हरि ओम shalom sairam namaste. Today is the beginning of first day of a very important spiritual presence, and who knows what it is today.
The month of Margazhi from Tamil calendar.
Dhanurmas.
Dhanurmasam.
Robert, what is today, you know?
Hanukkah, I think.
Hanukkah, yeah.
Ekadasi.
Hanukkah. We are only in our little world. Never samastaloka sukhino bhavantu. Samastaloka sukhino bhavantu is only in chanting. When you are present in the world of everyone and all awareness, the moment it is Hanukkah, you know Hanukkah is here. The moment it is Christmas, it is there. The moment it is Ramadan, it is there. Because why this body should be only limited to celebrating Hinduism? If our God is complete and Paripurna, which He is, and He is Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, why we can't adore Him and celebrate His love with every religion and every faith? Why? Because we are what we called Kupastha Mandukams, frogs in wells. It only thinks that the ocean is just that little Kupastham. So, wishing all my brothers and sisters that celebrate Hanukkah, Shalom, Light Ravot, Adonai. What is the significance of this Hanukkah? Maybe is there any person who is of Jewish tradition on this forum? Okay, then we won't bother because I won't get into that. But in essence, it is the first evening when the menorah is lit. And what is the significance of lighting that menorah? All those things. Please try to understand every faith and connect your faith to that faith, and it is lot more revealing and awareness. And it is in the name of these religions that humans have committed atrocities without understanding what that others really meant. Atrocities not only in the context of genocides and trying to eliminate certain races that do certain practices, but atrocities also in the name of conversions, atrocities that really doesn't respect other faiths and truly believe that the other faith is as real and truthful as your own faith, and there is no difference. When such things happen, then there is a demonic nature and there is the divine nature. And the fight between this demonic and divine is what we are studying. How does one become demonic? but by not recognizing oneness. Not only not recognizing oneness, but also becoming so fanatic. And that fanatism of religion is also what is called demonic, rajasic nature. And in the context of that, now you see this is when we are studying this Devi Mahatyam, it is alive all around us. Total presence to something is called love. Write this down. 100% presence in attention to something is called love. That is the definition of love. Complete undivided attention. When you have that in a Sai center, you know that it is Christmas, therefore Bhagavan has to be revered as the Jesus. It is Hanukkah, Bhagavan has to be revered in the name of that faith. But we don't practice that because what we look at are conveniences. How many people are there that will come to celebrate Christmas? And then only we celebrate Christmas. So we calculate because who are we focusing on? Who are we focusing on? We are focusing on who is going to come, but not the one that is present. Am I making sense? The one that is always present is SAI. And don't think that it is now conversion to Saism. The word SAI really means is same as I. Is it that always present? Hello, Sairam. If you think otherwise, then you have to go to a psychologist. If you don't think that you are present, then you have to go to a psychologist. But when we forget that I am is what is always present, then that manifests in complete attention as love. And when that doesn't happen, then it turns into demonic nature. First as passive aggressiveness, and that passive aggressiveness is what is called kaitabha. Then there is a passionate aggressiveness, and that passionate aggressiveness is what is called mahishasura. Passionate in such thing that it would not allow anybody or anything to have their space and be in their space and respect them. Therefore, what we do is now you commit to atrocities, atrocities in the names of conversions, atrocities in the name of eliminating other races or religions because you don't see oneness with them. So far, so good. Are we talking common problem of humanity or are we talking Devi Mahatyam or both? See, when I first asked the question, only one person on the call of 50 plus people said today is Hanukkah. Everybody else was trying to figure out how it is related to their own little atmosphere. So today we are going to now get into Mahishasura. This today is going to the third chapter is really about complete elimination of this. Not today the entire chapter, but chapter 3 is about Mahishasura Vadha, eliminating this Mahisha Asura, the demon called Mahisha. Mahisha colloquially means the bull that has no awareness of anything else except its little I. That is Mahisha. And we begin this chapter first with the mother now eliminating the 8 natures that support this bull, bully. The word bully, I think, came from the word Mahishasura. Huh? It is so present right here, bullies. And in when these bullies are there so powerful, they are so powerful that in the name of religion and race and caste and so many other demonic qualities can be so aggressive to eliminate anything that can come in its way. They are very powerful, extremely powerful demonic nature. But before you attack that core, passionately aggressive demonic nature, you have to slowly annihilate or remove all the strengths that are supporting that demonic nature. And there were 7. We already went through all those supporting demonic natures. Who can say the names without referring to notes? Huh? Okay, now Chandrasekhar is looking at his notes. Everybody pulling up their homeworks. Chikshura, Chamara,
Chamara,
Udagra,
Udagra, Bidala,
Bidala,
Asiloma,
Mahahanu,
Parivarita,
Mahahanu,
huh?
Mahahanu,
Asiloma,
Asiloma, Mahahanu,
Mahahanu,
Mahahanu.
Parivarita, Parivarita.
We already so 7. Chikshura, Chamara, Udagra, Parivarita, Bidala, Mahahanu, Asiloma,
Bashkala also.
Bashkala, Bashkala. So how many covered? 8. I think we covered 8 of them.
Mhm.
8. And that is not it. You will hear more strengths coming in this first few shlokas. Noticing his Sainya or the army attacked and killed by the Ganas of the Devi. Senani Chikshura with lot of anger got into the war with Ambika. That is the very first slokam of the Trutiyodhyaya. So let's begin. Right. So Sairama, you can open up and share, and I will. And if you have your scale also ready, please keep that ready. Sri Saishwaraya Namaha Harihi Om.
Sri Saishwaraya Namaha Harihi Om. Sri Saishwaraya Namaha Harihi Om.
Okay, we are going to skip the Dhyana Sloka and go straight into Om Namah Chandikayai.
Om Namaschandikayai. Om Namaschandikayai.
Om Rishiruvacha.
Om Rishiruvacha. Om Rishiruvacha.
Rishiruvacha. Nihanyamanam tatsainyam.
Nihanyamanam tatsainyam. निहन्यमानं तत्सैन्यम्
अवलोक्य महासुरः
अवलोक्य महासुरः अवलोक्य महासुरः
सेनानीश्चिक्षुरः कोपाद्
सेनानीश्चिक्षुरः कोपात् सेनानीश्चिक्षुरः कोपात्
ययौ योद्धुमथाम्बिकाम्
ययौ ययौ योद्धुमथाम्बिकाम् ययौ योद्धुमथाम्बिकाम्
निहन्यमानं तत्सैन्यमवलोक्य महासुरः सेनानीश्चिक्षुरः कोपाद्ययौ योद्धुमथाम्बिकाम्
निहन्यमानं तत्सैन्यमवलोक्य महासुरः सेनानीश्चिक्षुरः कोपात् ययौ योद्धुमथाम्बिकाम् निहन्यमानं तत्सैन्यमवलोक्य महासुरः सेनानीश्चिक्षुरः कोपात् ययौ योद्धुमथाम्बिकाम्
सदेवीं शरवर्षेण ववर्ष समरे असुरः यथा मेरुगिरे शृङ्गं तोयवर्षेण तोयदः. Just like the clouds showered on the mountain peak of Meru with rains, when the rain is falling on a mountain peak, Merugire Shrungam. Merugiram is mountain Meru. Shrungam means the peak. Toya Varshena Toyadaha. Toyada means rain. Just like that, this Asura in the war, Samaraha, Asuraha, Sadevim, he filled or he showered the Devi with Saravarsha, the rain of arrows. Sadevim Sharavarshena Vavarsha Samaraha Suraha. The just like similar to that Merugiri Shrungantoya Varshena Toyadaha. Beautiful. Even though it looks like it is a simile given so that you can connect like a pratyaksha pramana. You can see when a peak, mountain peak, when there is a shower of rain on a mountain peak, how it looks like. Here he is comparing the mother to Merugiri Shrungam. Merugiri. What is Meru?
Where Ammavaru resides, Meru, Himalayas.
Where is Umaji?
Sri Chakram.
Sri Chakram.
Yeah. Meru is the mountain. It is we do puja.
Sri Chakram, when it is represented in the vertical form, becomes the Meru, and the tip of that is what is where the Bindu and the Nada are. That's where the Shiva Shakti are. So the simile here he is putting is the Shiva Shakti, the mother Shiva and Shiva in one aspect is getting showered with the arrows of this Asura. Sadevim Sharavarshena.
सदेवीं शरवर्षेण सदेवीं शरवर्षेण
You're saying Sadevim. So Sadevim Sharavarshena.
Sadevim, sorry. Sadevim Sharabarshena. Sadevim Sharabarshena.
Anna Sairama. De is
Yeah.
higher.
Yes.
Sadevim Sharavarshena
Sadevim Sharabarshena. Sadevim Sharabarshena.
Vavarsha Samare Suraha
Bavarsha Samare Suraha. Bavarsha Samare Suraha.
Yatha Merugire Shrangam
Yatha Merugire Shringan. Yatha Merugire Shringan.
Toya Varshena Toyadaha
Toya Varshena Toyadaha. Toya Varshena Toyadaha.
Sadevim Sharavarshena Vavarsha Samare Suraha Yatha Merugire Shranganto Yavarshena Toyadaha
Sadevim Sharavarshena Vavarsha Samare Suraha. Yatha Merugire Shringan Toya Varshena Toyadaha. Sadevim Sharavarshena Vavarsha Samare Suraha. Yatha Merugire Shringan Toya Varshena Toyadaha.
Tasya Chitva Tato Devi Leelayaiva Sharotkaran Jaghana Turagan Banan बाणैः अन्तारञ्चैव वाजिनम्. Then the Devi cut off playfully. She Devim, all that arrow shower that coming at her, she cut them off. Tasya chitva tato Devi, leelayaiva sharotkaran, playfully cut them off without any strain or whatsoever, just like a play. And then with her horses, Jaghana killed the horses, Jaghana Turagan killed the horses of Chikshura, Banaihi, Antarancha Eva Vajinam. Then she cut off the horses of the Asuras army and also the horsemen. Tasya तस्य छित्त्वा ततो देवी
Tasya Chitva Tato Devi. Tasya Chitva Tato Devi.
लीलयैव शरोत्करान्
Leelayaiva Sharotkaran. Leelayaiva Sharotkaran.
जघानतुरगान् बाणैर्
Jaghanaturagan Banair. Jaghanaturagan Banair.
यन्तारञ्चैव वाजिनम्
Vajinam.
वाजिनाम् सारी यन्तारञ्चैव वाजिनाम्
Yantaranchaiva Vajinam. Yantaranchaiva Vajinam.
तस्य छित्त्वा ततो देवी लीलयैव शरोत्करान् जघानतुरगान् बाणैर्यन्तारञ्चैव वाजिनाम्.
Tasya Chitva Tato Devi Leelayaiva Sharotkaran. Jaghanaturagan Banair Yantaranchaiva Vajinam. Tasya Chitva Tato Devi Leelayaiva Sharotkaran. Jaghanaturagan Banair Yantaranchaiva Vajinam.
चिच्छेद च धनुः सद्यो she broke off his bow as well, and dhvajam cha ati samuchritam, this high hanging banner of his chariot also, she broke it off. Vivyadha cha eva gatreshu chinna dhanvanamashugai. Then she wounded his body with arrows when his bow had been broken. Whose bow?
Mahishasura.
No,
Oh, Chikshura.
Chikshura. Paying attention. Paying attention. And who is the Rishi?
Markandeya.
Everybody agrees?
Yes, Markandeya.
Okay, good. Be present. Okay. चिच्छेद च धनुः सद्यो
चिच्छेद च धनुः सद्यो चिच्छेद च धनुः सद्यो
ध्वजं चाति समुच्छ्रितम्
ध्वजं चाति समुच्छ्रितम् ध्वजं चाति समुच्छ्रितम्
विव्याध चैव गात्रेषु
व्यव्याध चैव गात्रेषु व्यव्याध चैव गात्रेषु
छिन्नधन्वानमाशुगैः
छिन्नधन्वानमाशुगैः छिन्नधन्वानमाशुगैः.
Okay, when you're doing the Mahapranas, one of the chanting guidelines is not putting too much emphasis on Mahapranas. Huh? So that is also important because when if you chant with so much of emphasis on Mahapranas, then you will lose it, Sairama. You will lose the breath. Huh? Important. Okay. So pay attention to that also. Chicheda cha dhanus sadyo dhvajanchati samuchritam vivyadha chaiva gatreshu छिन्न धन्वानमाशुगैः.
चिच्छेद च धनुः सद्यो ध्वजं चाति समुच्छ्रितम् विव्याध चैव गात्रेषु छिन्नधन्वानमाशुगैः. चिच्छेद च धनुः सद्यो ध्वजं चाति समुच्छ्रितम् विव्याध चैव गात्रेषु छिन्नधन्वानमाशुगैः.
Okay, in the chanting rules I was mentioning before the class, balam is what is called varnasvaraha, balam, sama, sandhanam. All these rules of chanting, balam is associated with the Mahapranas. So the balam is enough to give the emphasis on that note. But if you give too much emphasis, then you will have hard time catching up the breath for chanting the rest of the shloka. So which then you will lose the matra. So it is all into. That's why I said requires Veda chanting requires 100 times more attention than regular aspect of it requires as much if not more attention as singing music. Because in music you only pay attention to the swaras, not to the meaning and all those things. Here you have to ardhanusandhanam madhyama swarena. So then when sachinna dhanva viratho hatashvor hata sarathihi abhyadhavatatan devim khadga charma dharo khadga charma dhara asuraha. So when his bow was broken into pieces, Chichedata Dhanusadyo, and his chariot gone into pieces, and his charioteer was killed, all of this happened. Still, the Asura okay, came forward wielding the sword and shield, and he rushed towards the mother Devi. Abhyadhavatatam Devi Khadga Charma Dhara Asuraha. Khadga is sword, Charma is shield, Asura is, who is the Asura? Chikshura. Got up, Abhyadhavatatam Devim, rushed towards the Devi, even after his Dhanus Sachinna Dhanva Viratho. He doesn't have any chariot. Hata Shvo. His horses were killed. Hata Saradhihi. The charioteer was killed. Now you see, when you're looking at all the meaning, then it is automatically the whole thing falls into place. Sachinna Dhanva Viratho.
सच्छिन्न धन्वा विरथो सच्छिन्न धन्वा विरथो
हताश्वो हतसारथिः
हताश्वो हतसारथिः हताश्वो हतसारथिः
अभ्यधावत तान् देवीम्
अभ्यधावत तां देवीम् अभ्यधावत तां देवीम्
खड्गचर्मधरोऽसुरः
खड्गचर्मधरोऽसुरः खड्गचर्मधरोऽसुरः
सच्छिन्नधन्वा विरथो हताश्वो हतसारथिः अभ्यधावत तान् देवीम् खड्गचर्मधरोऽसुरः
सच्छिन्नधन्वा विरथो हताश्वो हतसारथिः अभ्यधावत तां देवीं खड्गचर्मधरोऽसुरः सच्छिन्नधन्वा विरथो हताश्वो हतसारथिः अभ्यधावत तां देवीं खड्गचर्मधरोऽसुरः
सिंहमाहत्य खड्गेन तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि. Then he hit the lion with his sword on his forehead. Murdhani. Ajaghan bhuje savye devi mapyati vegavan. With incredible speed, he also rushed and hit the shoulder the left shoulder of mother. Savye bhuje ajaghana. Savye is the left side. The left side shoulder of the mother also he hit with great speed. Ajaghana bhuje okay, simhamahatya khadgena.
सिंहमाहत्य खड्गेन सिंहमाहत्य खड्गेन
तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि.
तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि
सिंहमाहत्य खड्गेन तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि.
सिंहमाहत्य खड्गेन तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि सिंहमाहत्य खड्गेन तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि
आजघान भुजे सव्ये
आजघान भुजे सव्ये आजघान भुजे सव्ये
देवीमप्यतिवेगवान्.
देवीमप्यतिवेगवान् देवीमप्यतिवेगवान्
सिंहमाहत्य खड्गेन तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि. आजघान भुजे सव्ये देवीमप्यतिवेगवान्.
सिंहमाहत्य खड्गेन तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि आजघान भुजे सौव्ये देवीमप्यतिवेगवान् सिंहमाहत्य खड्गेन तीक्ष्णधारेण मूर्धनि आजघान भुजे सौव्ये देवीमप्यतिवेगवान्.
How many of you said Markandeya is the one Rishi? Okay. The next sloka tells who is the Rishi. That's why I said pay attention. Sairam. Tasya khadgo bhujam prapya paphala nrupanandana. Nrupanandana. O king. So who was Markandeya talking to? A king? Who was Markandeya talking to? Hello, Sairam.
Brahmana.
No, not Brahmana. Not. What's his name? Brahmana means any Brahmin.
Prasthoshki.
वशिष्ठ की भागुरी.
Huh? How? Who?
Prasthoshki Bahuri.
Okay, not correct. Not properly spelled. Radhama, please.
Kraustuki Bhaguri.
Kraustuki Bhaguri. Are you present?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Be present. Who is Rupanandana? Who is Rupanandana?
The king who is talking to Sumedha.
Suratha.
Abba Ramachandra.
Suratha.
Who said Sumedha, ma, please?
Suratha.
No.
Suratha.
Suratha talking to Sumedha.
Dema, no, ma, Radhama, please. How is Suratha talking to Sumedha? Sumedha is talking to
Talking to
Suratha.
Suratha.
Not the other way around.
No, who was listening to, sorry.
Okay. Now you reversed it. Okay. Suratha is listening to Sumedha, but who is talking is what I'm asking. Who is talking? Sumedha. He is the Rishiruvacha. Okay. Tasya khadgo bhujam prapya paphala nrupa nandana. When, O prince or O king, the sword, when it touched Devi's hand, it broke into pieces. Tasya khadgo bhujam prapya paphala nrupanandana tato jagraha shulam sakopad arunalochanaha. Then he took the shulam tato jagraha shulam sakopad arunalochana. In anger, his eyes turned red, noticing that his sword broke into pieces just when it touched her left shoulder. Tasya khadgo bhujam prapya
तस्याः खड्गो भुजं प्राप्य तस्याः खड्गो भुजं प्राप्य
paphala nrupanandana
पफाल नृपनन्दन पफाल नृपनन्दन
tato jagraha shulam sa
ततो जग्राह शूलं स ततो जग्राह शूलं स
kopadarunalochanaha.
कोपादरुणलोचनः कोपादरुणलोचनः
Tasya khadgo bhujam prapya paphala nrupanandana tato jagraha shulam sa kopadarunalochanaha.
तस्याः खड्गो भुजं प्राप्य पफाल नृपनन्दन ततो जग्राह शूलं स कोपादरुणलोचनः तस्याः खड्गो भुजं प्राप्य पफाल नृपनन्दन ततो जग्राह शूलं स कोपादरुणलोचनः.
See, notice that when the Visarga in Tasyaha was followed by this Mahaprana Kha, the Kha has an additional holding on it. And that is what we, and then when you are noticing this Papal and Rupanandana, lot of people say funny, funny. He is not funny. Huh? It's not funny. It is a punny. Papha, babha, ma. There is no varna or letter or akshara like fa, like in kafi in Sanskritam. It's only papha. However, the fa sound comes. When does the fa sound come? When does the fa sound come, Chandrasekhara?
Anuswara followed by pa.
Where, for example,
Durgif prachodayat.
Durgif
Tanno
prachodayat.
Durgif prachodayat.
Durgif prachodayat or Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat.
Prachodaya.
Lot of people are chanting Gayatri. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. That is incorrect chanting. There is no aspiration of ha in the middle of the word, in the middle of the sentence. Visargas, not Anuswarara, Visargada. Day, Tambi.
Sorry, Anna. Yeah, Visarga, not Anuswara. Visarga.
Okay. Anuswara is followed. Anuswara sound followed by pa becomes fa. And that fa sound is very implicit. Tanno durgif prachodayat. It is not actually fa. It is the lip holding the pa. Pa is a labial, right? It's held with the lips. Therefore, the labial sound sounds like an aspirational sound. So it is Paphalan Rupanandana. It is Phani Bhushana, not a funny Bhushana. Huh? Not funny Bhushana. A lot of people are singing funny Raj, not fa. It is pa. Okay, I have to mention these things because I'm hearing sounds while other people are chanting that don't exist in Sanskritam alphabet. So it is very important that those that are chanting, you should practice slow chanting, record yourself and listen. Yeah, and honestly, go back and listen to yesterday's chanting that many of you did, and listen to your own chanting and see, catch how many places there were some people that were 100% perfect, and there were sometimes it's and some people chanting way too fast and they can't even catch their breath. Some people chanting properly but not paying attention to these details. Okay, so please, perfect chanting is important because that is siksha, that is discipline. Tasya, అయిపోయిందా? Did I go through this? చిక్షేపచ తతస్తత్తు భద్రకాళ్యాం మహాసురః. Then the great Asura Chikshepacha Tataha Tatastattu Bhadrakalyam Mahasuraha. The Mahasura went towards Bhadrakali. Jajvalyamanam Tejobhi Tejobhihi Ravi Bimba Mivambarat. What another beautiful metaphor used here. That then the Asura ran towards Bhadrakali and Jajvalyamahanan Tejobhi Ravibimba Mivambarat. The trident which is blazing with lustre looked as if it was the sun coming from the sky, is the description given for the shloka. Let's go. What is the description given in this meaning? Let's look at that. Effulgent as the blazing spear of the sun from the sky. That is accurate translation. Jajvalyamanam tejobhi ravibimbamivambarat. Chichepa cha tatastattu.
चिक्षेप च ततस्तत्तु चिक्षेप च ततस्तत्तु
भद्रकाल्यां महासुरः
भद्रकाल्यां महासुरः भद्रकाल्यां महासुरः
जाज्वल्यमानं तेजोभिः
जाज्वल्यमानं तेजोभिः जाज्वल्यमानं तेजोभिः
रविबिम्बमिवाम्बरात्
रविबिम्बमिवाम्बरात् रविबिम्बमिवाम्बरात्.
So technically speaking, the letter la is not commonly used or present in Sanskritam alphabet, even though we use it as part of the matrukas. So Kalyam, Sarvamangala, both are allowed. But when it is written, it is Kalyam, not Kalyam. La will have a L with a dot below that. Okay, so that script. So Bhadrakali is not used Bhadrakalyam, but it's not a mistake, but it is just a nuance I want to point out. So it is not incorrect to say it that way, but at the same time, perfect is Kalyam. चिक्षेप च ततस्तत्तु भद्रकाल्यां महासुरः जाज्वल्यमानं तेजोभिरविबिम्बमिवाम्बरात्
चिक्षेप च ततस्तत्तु भद्रकाल्यां महासुरः जाज्वल्यमानं तेजोभिरविभि जाज्वल्यमानं तेजोभिरविबिम्बमिवाम्बरात् चिक्षेप च चिक्षेप च ततस्तत्तु भद्रकाल्यां महासुरः जाज्वल्यमानं तेजोभिरविबिम्बमिवाम्बरात्.
So in this particular slokam, when we are studying, in the previous slokam, he took the shulam and threw at the mother, and when that shulam was thrown, it appeared that that shulam, which is so effulgent, when it was going onto the mother, it appeared as if a, the light, it appeared as if the sun was thrown from the sky. So it was so effulgent. So that's the simile. That is the metaphor that is being used by the Rishi here. That means you can imagine how powerful this Chikshura is, and his radiant Shulam Tejo Bhi Ravi Bimba Mivambarat Iva Ambarat Ravi Bimbam, as if sun was thrown from the sky. That is how it appeared. Okay, tena gacchatathanitam shulancha shulam sacha mahasuraha hate tasmin mahavirye sorry, drishtva tadapatachulam devi shulamumunchata tena tathanitam shulam sacha mahasuraha. I think I missed a line. I'll repeat this again. Drishtva tad आपत आपतः शूलं देवी शूलं देवी शूलमुमुञ्चत तेन तच्च तधानीतं शूलं सच महासुरः. See, there is where we have to pay attention to the the cha, dha, all those coming together. You have to know, especially all the Tamil friends need to pay attention to the tatha, the dha. Many of them are confused with da with the, and the Telugu people are confused with dha and the tha. Many people, including this body, made mistake of chanting Sainathaya Namaha. It is not Sainatha. It is Sainatha. And similarly, it is not Radha. It is Ratha. So Telugu people have to pay attention to the, the dha and the tha. Tamil people have to pay attention to the tha, the dha. So everyone has an opportunity to learn. That is the bottom line. So it is ta ena tat shatadha neetam. That is this. So incredible. Now you see the conjunctions that is happening. Ta ena tat shatadha shatadhanitam shulan sacha mahasuraha. So shatadha tat shatadha made tachatadha. Shatadha means hundreds. Tat shatadha, all those in hundreds. Ta ena neetam shulam sacha mahasuraha. Društva tadapataha shulam. When the Devi saw that the trident coming towards her, when she saw the trident, the shulam coming to her, she sent out her trident, which smashed the hundreds of other shulas into pieces, and also the Asura himself into pieces. That is the meaning of that shlokam. Društva tadapata shulam tadapataha shulam Devi shula mumunchata. Noticing that the shulam, that is the trident coming from the Asura, she released her shulam. Ta ena tat shatadhanitam shulam sacha mahasuraha. Then that destroyed hundreds of other shulas as well as the Mahasura. Who is the Mahasura?
Ikshura.
రెడీగా అందరూ వెరీ గుడ్. Whoever can mute the fastest gets the answer. Okay, unmute the fastest. Okay, so दृष्ट्वा तदा पतच्छूलम्
दृष्ट्वा तदा पतच्छूलन् दृष्ट्वा तदा पतच्छूलन्
देवी शूलमुमुञ्चत.
देवी शूलममुञ्चत.
Sorry, I made a mistake. दृष्ट्वा तदा पतच्छूलम् देवी शूलममुञ्चत.
दृष्ट्वा तदा पतच्छूलन् देवी शूलममुञ्चत. दृष्ट्वा तदा पतच्छूलन् देवी शूलममुञ्चत.
तेन तच्च तधानीतम्
तेन तच्छतधानीतम् तेन तच्छतधानीतम्.
Very good. That's the, so if you focus on the shatadha, then you will get the chanting properly. Tena tachatadhanitam.
तेन तच्छतधानीतम् तेन तच्छतधानीतम्.
Shulam sacha mahasuraha.
शूलं स च महासुरः. शूलं स च महासुरः.
दृष्ट्वा तदा पतच्छूलं देवी शूलममुञ्चत. तेन तच्छतधानीतं शूलं स च महासुरः.
दृष्ट्वा तदा पतच्छूलं देवी शूलममुञ्चत. तेन तच्छतधानीतं शूलं स च महासुरः.
One more time.
Yeah. दृष्ट्वा तदा पतच्छूलं देवी शूलममुञ्चत. तेन तच्छतधानीतं शूलं स च महासुरः.
So in some texts, I think this particular shlokam is written differently. and Srinivas Konchada. You have to pay attention to. I've been saying people to use the script that is posted because in some text it is written as Tachulam Shatadhatena Nitan Sacha Mahasuraha. So why we changed this to that, etc. is because with these words, then you will actually get the Bijaksham properly. That's the reason why you have to follow the, because people have learned from different places. It's nothing that it is from a meaning point of view, it is the same meaning. Tachulam shatadhatena nitam sacha mahasuraha is same as tena tachatadha nitam shulam sacha mahasuraha. Meaning wise, it is okay. But in the context of different aspects, it is this is Nirnaya Sagara, and this is also basically based on the Bhaskaracharya's thing. So, okay, Tena Tacha Ajagama Gajarudha. Okay, now the next guy is coming into picture here. Ajagama Gajarudha Chamarastridashardanaha. So, before the next guy enters, it is better we stop at the auspicious killing of Chikshura. But next week we will take up the Chamara. Now, this so next week happens to be 24th and 25th. And I know many of you want to take a break, but uh, how many of you want to take a break? A lot of people, I guess. A lot of people would want to go on break. Should we break the class or not break the class? Okay, all of you are looking very dazed. I don't know. I don't understand. So it's like some people. No, no, no. No, yes, yes, yes. Uh,
For
yes.
selfish
It's
reasons,
fine.
yes, I want to take a break. I'm out of town.
You think I stop classes when I'm out of town? Uh, I was traveling in India. The only time last year I could not connect was when I was in Chidambaram. And that Chidambaram, there was no internet connection, so I couldn't take the class. But every other place, even from Saptashrungi, Mother's Grace, because the break is for who? Uh, okay, you can catch up. I think I don't know. I know most of you want to celebrate the holidays with your family and everything, so I totally appreciate that and I respect that and I honor that. Please do take a break and celebrate with your families and catch up later on YouTube. So we'll if there are two people, I'll take the class. If nobody is want to be on the class, then Swami and I, mother and I will have the class for ourselves. So because it doesn't really stop. Because if I stop this is like a flow. Um, then okay, that's the reason why will Bala enjoy time with your family, and please do take a break. All of you who wants to take a break, who can attend the class next week? Just put a raise a hand on the on the Zoom. You can put it on the Zoom. Okay, that's oh okay. So there are at least, oh, good. I mean, I can actually see at least 11 people are joining, so we'll take the class. And some people are incredibly dedicated and they just don't want to miss this. Oh, lot of hands risen. So we'll have the class. Thank you. Thank you for showing up for the class. Okay. Those of you who are already realized can catch up on the YouTube later. All right. Um, let's close with Adaksharapada Brashtam and then I'll look at the questions on the class. Posted. If you have any questions, please post it to me directly and then we'll. Okay. Sai Ramana, okay. So Chandrasekhar won't be able to do the chanting. Let me see who rose. Oh, Srividya Ramesh. Since you're joining the class, please have your proper microphone and scale ready for chanting. Okay.
Okay,
All-
Saram.
okay. Sairam. All right. Pavani, you are there also? Okay, you are taking break. Okay.
I
Any?
don't know, uncle.
Okay.
I have to check the timings, align my travel time. So
Oh,
I think I should be able to make.
and also for those of you who missed the soccer final, the World Cup final soccer to be live on this Zoom call. Many pranams, like people like Zelimir, huh? And all the Europeans and that's a lot of commitment. People won't care for anything in life when a soccer World Cup final is going on. So special thanks to those who've sacrificed watching the World Cup final, which is including myself. I was wondering, what should I do with the soccer final? But then I said, this game of soccer in life with Devi Mahatyam is a lot more interesting than that soccer. So, because this ball is getting kicked from one goal post to the other goal post all the time. It's very wonderful to watch this ball getting kicked. Okay, so we'll do Chama Prarthana and then I'll take a few questions. ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मय दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेण मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Okay, Sairam. Any burning questions? Let's see here. Parivarta, okay. Find YouTube link. Okay, YouTube link for Mahanyasam. For the last class, yes. Robert, I will email it to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Good chanting yesterday, Carmen, even though Robert is absent.
Thank you.
Parivarita means surrounded by, so I feel only 7 qualities we have come across. Yes, this is an important observation. Thank you, Umaji. So, in the previous chapter, when we studied the Parivarita, Parivarita is in some texts it is given as a given as an Asura army chief by himself, and in some texts it is described as Parivaritaha means it is surrounded by. That is the meaning. So, but if I looked at it closely, so one can interpret both ways because the same Parivarita comes 2 times in the shloka. So whether it is used with the same meaning in 2 different ways or whether it is a separate, it's open for interpretation. Thanks for that clarity. Uh, okay, okay, okay. What is the importance of headless Asura telling, "Be there to Devi"? Oh, stop, Devi. Tishta tishteti bhashanto. That is the Subhashini. Is that what you're referring to? So in chapter 2, yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Tishta. Yeah. What is the significance of that?
Why
So,
should they say Devi is already there? They're all fighting, they're there. But why should they say be there?
not be there. Tishta. Tishta means Tishta means two different. Tishta means be there means stop. Stop. Don't come. Right. So that is one way. One tishta means be there, means don't move towards us. That is what it means. Be there means, so if somebody is running towards you, what do you say? And you don't want them to run towards you, what do you say?
Stop,
Stop.
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 Stop, be there, don't come, right?
Yeah.
But
So
Anand, the question is that even after their heads are severed, they're
Hmm.
still saying that. I believe that's
yeah,
what sister is asking.
yeah, it's called people when they are in stress, they run around like chicken heads cut off. Have you heard that? Have you heard that?
No.
Have you heard that? Have you heard that description? When somebody is running around without making any, they're very stressed out, and so they're giving directions to they don't know what they're talking. They're so confused, and they confuse the confused, and there is nothing but more confusion than confusion. They're called people. They're people behaving like chicken heads cut off. Have you watched a chicken when its head is cut off? It is still running. Practically, yes. That's why they're called chicken heads cut off. That means they can still run, but they don't have a head to think. It's very practical. Have we, do we behave like that?
I mean, with the head is cut off, how does one talk?
Tishta tishteti bhashan. The heads are talking.
Okay.
The head can still talk. After it is cut off from the rest of the body, the head can still talk.
Okay. I know that.
Obviously, oh, you don't know that?
I mean, when the head is cut off, you can still talk when
The head still can talk. Yes. You haven't watched most of the Devonke Dev Mahadev series? No, you think Ravanasura, his heads were cut off, his heads were not talking? Yeah, head still has the ability to speak because the speech aspect of it is in the head. It is not from the rest of the body, right? That's the point. Yes, the head can still talk if it is cut off, but don't do it at home, okay? Don't repeat this at home. You can experiment on the chicken, but not on, but not on anybody else or yourself. Okay, sorry. All jokes apart, yes, they're saying stop, don't come towards us. Okay. How can headless asura speak? Okay, but here in the Anya asura is saying stop to Devi. Yes, that is so. If you look at the shlokas, go back to the shlokas and see it's not. There are some that are with their heads cut off. The heads are still talking. Tishta tishteti bhashanto. Where is that? Devim anye mahasuraah. So kabandhas chinna sirasaha khadga shaktrushti panayah तिष्ठ तिष्ठेति भाषन्तो देवीम अन्ये महासुराः. So there are those kabandhaah chinna sirasaha. Kabandha means just the trunks and the body. Chinna sirasaha without the heads. Khadga shaktrushti panayah. Khadga, Shakti, Rishti, Panayaha, carrying in the hands. There are those trunks that are still carrying the sword, the Shakti, which is the spear, Rishti, the javelins, Panayaha, carrying in their heads. And there are others, Anye Mahasuraha, Tishta Tishteti Bhashanto Devim. The others whose heads have fallen off are saying, stop, be there, stop, be there. That is the meaning of it. Okay, Ma, thank you, Sita, also for clarifying that. Okay, uh, if that is
Uh,
the one, yes,
yeah,
Sairama, go. Yeah,
yeah. So as I was contemplating last week on the Devi's instruments, while I was able to understand for most of them, but this ganas also came out of Devi's exhalation. So I was just trying to understand how does ganas relate to ourselves internally.
so yes, from her breath actually were born the ganas. There were no ganas that were born related to that related to that battlefield, right? Only the devas were watching and they gave their shaktis to the mother, and the mother created these ganas with her exhalations of the thing. So, how does that relate to us is your question. So, the way, at least in my understanding, there could be many other. The breath is related to the thoughts. Thought and breath are intricately related. So, if you control the breath, you control the thought. With many those people that not those people, I mean, in the context of when it relates to us, when we actually have focused breathing, we become thoughtless. If the only thought is to focus on the breath, then there won't be any other thoughts. Otherwise, as many as breaths are created, so many of thoughts are created, and thoughts in this case can become actually reality because we live in the world of the thoughts without paying any attention. That is, so each thought becomes its own being. You understand? But when it comes to us, we are lost in the thoughts. But in this case, she is explicitly manifesting every breath as the appearances there to fight with the asuras. Did I lose you? Or
Mm,
Is, is
when
it like positive thoughts negating the negative? Is it like that?
that could be that. Yes, Umaji, you want to say something? Yes.
Sairam, Gana means that Indriyas. Can there be any connection with
Yeah.
this? What you see?
No, that is also another beautiful
Because
Gana.
I'm not able to connect it.
Yeah. Ganas also means Indriyas. So the sensory functions related to that. But in my understanding here, she is not in the mother's context. She is not using her Indriyas per se. She is basically the what is saying here is that the Ganas are born from so the, another way to look at it is based on what Umaji is saying. From the thoughts arise the senses, right? Sensual actions come from the thoughts, right? If there is no thought, there is no sensory action. So if gana is a senses, the action of the senses is the origin of that could be the thought. So, but what you are saying, when it comes to us, it is negative thoughts or positive thoughts. It doesn't matter for us. For it is the thoughts that become reality, and we live in that world of thoughts, and they become reality for us. But for in the context of the Devi, she is manifesting with every exhalation all these fighting forces against the negativity. Yes. Any other question? Very nice question. Uh, Array, Sairam, you guys are all asking me for PDFs by WhatsApp and emails, etc. Aren't you paying attention to the emails I'm sending, or are you not getting the emails? I share the Google Drive links. Conchada was asking for
Yeah, I
files.
don't think we got that, Anna. For Mahanyasam, I don't think we got that. I checked with Chandrasekhar also. Um,
I got it.
Hmm,
Me too.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
we three got.
So the people in India got. What is the problem with you?
East Coast, New Jersey problem.
Yeah, because it's called what is called not paying attention problem, or the email going to spam problem. So please add Veda study at googlegroups.com as a contact to your Gmail folder. Then you will not lose those emails, please.
Okay,
And there are
okay, son, I'll try that. But I get all the other emails. So this is the only one I missed. So that's why I wasn't sure.
Mahanyasam text, yes. Oh, no, no. Mahanyasam text with all phonetics. No, no, Dade. Sairama. Please, it's about time that you learn phonetics and chant. Last week class, I was telling people that you have to pay attention to phonetics. By this time, it should be part of the system, not spoon feeding. Huh? Devi is playing with us. What happened to soccer, Zelimir? Devi is playing with us means what? Argentina is winning or what? Okay. All right. Sai Ram. Any other questions? Good. Oh, Mahanyasa. She's Zelibir is saying Devi is playing with you, Prasad. She's not allowing you to see the Mahanyasam clearly.
Possibly.
And Konchada was asking where is the file for the Devi Matyam full? Huh? How many times I've put that in emails, Konchada, Sairam, Srinivas. He's turned off now. Okay, let's close with. Thank you all for joining. Jai Sai Ram. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba Ji.